How's it going, guys? King Cage here, and welcome to the first in hopefully a series that I plan to make called Cooking with Cage, in which I show you simple and easy ways to make delicious food, sometimes healthy, sometimes probably not that healthy, but definitely worth it, either to make for yourself or to make with your loved ones. And today I kind of just wanted to start it off with one that I found very simple and one that my mom used to make for me all the time, which is tuna salad. Yeah, what he said. Alright, so check it out. Before you start complaining, this isn't your neighborhood tuna salad, son. First off, we have all natural tuna. We have mayo made with cage-free eggs, organic veggies and eggs, and then also, I don't really have an excuse for that one. They just didn't have what I was looking for. But anyway. Alright, so real quick, before we make this, I kind of just want to go over the quick health benefits of each of these foods. So let's start off with the tuna. Alright, so tuna is very abundant in omega-3 fatty acids, and those help lower cholesterol, boost brain function, and improve eye health. Also, tuna is rich in vitamin B12, which is responsible for helping the body form new red blood cells. So very healthy with this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the celery. So celery is a great source of important antioxidants, also reduces inflammation, supports digestion, and it also is rich in vitamins and minerals. Alright, next we have the red onion. So this one's a little bit of a bigger list. Oh my gosh, actually it has a bigger list than I thought. Give me 1 second. Alright, so red onions prevents cancer, boosts immunity, promotes a healthy digestive system, promotes heart health, lower blood pressure, improves oral health, promotes hair growth, and there is way more on this list that it's just a very long list. So suffice it to say, red onion is probably one of the, if not the most healthiest thing in this meal. You definitely want to have it with you. Now you could go with yellow onion or white onion. I chose red onion because it just has like a sweetness to it that when I tried to make this dish with the other onions, it wasn't the same. Like red onion is just the one that makes it happen for me. So that's why I chose this one, and after reading the health benefits, I am actually glad that it came out the way it did. Alright, and let's move on to the last thing on this plate, which is the eggs, which offer protein. They're nutrient dense. They help lower your cholesterol, and then they help you with portion control, and they're also heart healthy. There's also, they can also lower your odds of a stroke. I didn't even know that. So these, very good. Now you don't have to use 5. I use 5 just because like that's my personal preference. I really like boiled eggs in my tuna salad. So I used 5 eggs, but for this recipe, you don't need that many, or if you love eggs, you can use more. It's totally up to you. But for me, I used 4 celery stalks, 5 eggs. Just I'm not gonna use all of this, maybe half of this red onion, maybe a little bit more if I'm feeling generous. And then we'll just work our way around the ingredients as we go along, and I'll just kind of walk you through this step by step. It's very simple. The only thing that you really need to cook is the eggs. You just have to boil these, which I already did. So that's basically it. And then everything else is mainly just cutting up and assembling into one bowl. All right, so before we start this, let's have a quick message from our sponsor. Did you really fall for that? You think I have a sponsor? I am not popular enough to have a sponsor. What do you think this is? Binging with Babish? All right, so first we're gonna take our tuna. Go ahead and open that up. I don't think this table is gonna be the best thing to use. Oh, it actually worked quite well. All right, and we're back, and through the magic of cut editing, I was able to skip about an hour of me struggling to open this because I'm so weak. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to point out about this tuna in particular is make sure you always get the solid white tuna, because if you go for chunk, it's already kind of like pre-shredded, and then when you go to mix all the ingredients together, it comes out more like a tuna paste, which I don't know about you, but that's pretty unappetizing to me. So if you can just see, this is completely solid. Like this is a whole chunk, like all together. So that is, you always want to get like the solid tuna. And then we're just gonna take both cans of tuna and just empty it out into this bowl. And what you want to do after that is just kind of barely break it apart. All right, once that's done, you can see we still have some pretty thick chunks of tuna in there. That's what you want. You do not want a paste, you want some solid tuna chunks in there. All right, next we're gonna move on to the celery. So let me go ahead and take all this stuff off the plate. And with this celery, I always like to cut it very, very thin. All right, now that we have the celery done and I've had a moment to sit back and realize that I had a cutting board inside my apartment the whole time, let's go ahead and take the onion. Just gonna cut the top part off and then the bottom. All right, just gonna take the onion and just gonna cut it in half. Now, there are many ways you can do this. I'm gonna show you the way that they taught me in Chipotle. Although I've always cut onions my own way, but apparently the way they tell you in Chipotle is to cut it from the side. Apparently that is just like the better way to cut it. They're just gonna chop them up. All right, now that we have those onions done, once again, I only used about half of that onion, so you don't need a lot. You can use more or less depending on your personal preference. Me, I just really love onions, which is funny because I used to hate them as a kid, but I guess I just kind of grew into it, and now I really like them. But yeah, I just didn't use more onions, and now that I know the health benefits of those onions, yeah, I just, you can bet I'm gonna use a lot more. All right, so the last thing we need to cut is the egg, which is very simple and pretty straightforward. Just cut it down the middle. You're gonna do it one more time. And then you're just gonna go ahead and put them in nice little slices. Just like that. All right, once you have all your eggs cut, go ahead and add it to the other vegetables, and then this is where the magic happens. All right, guys, now that we have all that together, what comes next is going to be very simple and straightforward. Just gonna dump all your ingredients into the tuna mix, or the tuna. It's not really mixed with anything yet, so it's just tuna. All right, so once you have all of that in there, you're gonna go ahead and take the sweet relish, and you're going to do about, I'd say about 2 tablespoons. So just 1 and 2. And make sure you don't add too much more than that, because what I found when I added too much was that the relish completely overpowered the taste of every other individual thing in here when you added too much. So 2 tablespoons is good for me. And then the final ingredient that we have is the mayo. Let's go ahead and crack that open. Also with the relish, make sure it is sweet relish and not just normal relish. I'm sorry, I don't think I said that in the beginning of the video. I'm kind of an airhead, but yeah, sweet relish just adds like this really delightful flavor to it that regular relish just isn't gonna add. So make sure you get sweet relish. The mayonnaise, you're going to have to wing it a bit. I think it'll be different for a lot of people. I personally just add enough to where everything is covered evenly and not a bit too more. So I'm gonna go with about maybe 4. And then we're gonna mix that up and see how it is. And once again, if it's too little, we'll add more. I don't think it's gonna be too much though for 4. So let's go ahead and just mix this up. All right, so we're just about done mixing this up. It should look something like this when you're done. Make sure you taste it. Always taste it. Add something. You know, if you need a little something more, always add it. Always try your food, you know, before you finalize it. Always make sure you try your food. And that is perfect for me. Absolutely perfect. All right, guys, and there you have it. Delicious, healthy tuna salad. Now, like I said, as a kid, I was a picky eater. I didn't like a lot of vegetables. I didn't like a lot of fish. But when my mom made this, I was very skeptical until I ate it, and it's been one of my favorite things to eat ever since. So definitely try it out if you have kids that are kind of picky eaters, but you want to make something healthy for them. I definitely recommend this. And you can adjust this however you want. I've heard of people like, adding cranberries, dried cranberries, just all kinds of different stuff. But this is a very good starter, so customize it however, your taste buds align. And yeah, I guarantee that you will love this. It is nowhere near the taste of the tuna salad you'll find in like the stores or anything like that. This is way better, fresher, healthier. I definitely recommend making your own homemade tuna salad. Now, of course, I don't eat this straight out of the bowl. I'm not a savage. Now, my grandmother eats this with old-time saltine crackers, the rectangular ones. My mom usually eats it with some organic round crackers from Whole Foods. Now, me, I've always been a little bit more daring. I'm more of a Ritz guy, if I do say so myself. So right here, I have some roasted vegetable Ritz. I love these, and I found they go amazing with tuna salad. So this is my recommendation to you. Definitely give this a try. Now, an alternative to using crackers could be bread. Obviously, you can make a tuna sandwich. I like to use toast, because let me tell you, I put salted butter on the pan, and then I just toast the bread on both sides, put the tuna salad in the middle, and just, oh, so good. All right, and with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and see how this tastes. Let's move that back a bit to up in my face. All right. Don't get in the hair. Don't get in the hair. Ah! Ha! This is so good. Brings me straight back to my childhood. Ah, don't do it. Don't do it. Ha! This is so delicious. And like I said, for me to be a picky kid, like this was really good to me as a kid, and it's still just as delicious now. Still one of my favorite dishes to make, and I really think your kids will love this. If you're someone that just like wants a healthy snack or something to snack on, you just don't want to go with the traditional like ice cream and snack cakes and chips, this is definitely a better way to go, and you're going to love it, like hands down, guarantee it. I'm getting a lot of crackers in my throat. Gotta wash this down with a little bit of Old Faithful. You kids saw nothing. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please like it, share it. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on TikTok, like, follow if you can. Share it. It'll just help this video get to like way more people, get it way more recognition. And then if you guys tried this video, if you guys went through the whole cooking process, please let me know how you liked it in the comments below. I really want to know if you guys liked it or not, if you added something to it, if you kind of made it your own recipe. I'm really interested in knowing, so please comment and yeah, just let me know. So thank you guys for watching, and trust and believe, if this video gets some good feedback, I will definitely be showing you guys more recipes that we can make together, including some not so healthy chocolate chip cookies. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.